Chapter 8. The Tower of Babel. Except the Lord build the house, they labour in vain that build it. Psalm 126, 1. The descendants of Noah soon multiplied, and again became as wicked as men had been before the deluge. Now, they were unable to live any longer together, and they said, Come, let us make a city and a tower, the top whereof may reach to heaven, and let us make our name famous, before we be scattered abroad in all the lands. But God frustrated their foolish design. He said, Let us confound their tongue, that they may not understand one another's speech. Till then there had been but one language spoken amongst men. So the Lord scattered them from that place into all the lands, and they ceased to build the city. Therefore the city was called Babel, which signifies confusion, because there the language of the whole earth was confounded. The children of Shem remained in Asia, and from them descended the Israelites, the chosen people of God. Most of the descendants of Ham settled in Africa, while those of Japheth took up their abode in Europe. Thus were different nations founded. The more men multiplied on the earth, the more wicked they became. Instead of adoring the true God, they began to adore a multitude of false gods. Some worshipped the sun, moon, and stars. Others worshipped men and beasts, and even the works of their own hands. To these false divinities, even human victims were offered, and sometimes innocent children, who were made to endure the most cruel torments. Such is the consequence of abandoning the worship of the true God. Questions. Did the descendants of Noah remain good? What did they say? What did God do? What did he say? What was the tower called? Where did the children of Shem remain? What people descended from them? Where did most of the descendants of Ham settle? Where did the children of Japheth take up their abode? What happened when men multiplied on the earth? What did they adore instead of the true God? What victims were offered to these false gods?
My name is Matt Fradd, and you've just listened to a chapter from Bible History by Father Ignatius Schuster. Bible History contains 182 chapters, which through this podcast I plan on turning into 182 episodes so that you can familiarize yourself with sacred scripture. Please leave us a review on iTunes and visit patreon.com/mattfradd if you'd like to support me.